got some good interviews, man. You got some classic shit.
Yo, it's your boy Dave East, man, and you now tuned in to Hard Knock TV. Eastside. She from Jamaica, Queens, only came to Harlem to shop. Her mother just got a divorce and her father a cop. I learned this about 10 minutes in the conversation. I'm thinking I don't even know you, why that information?
Take me back to your childhood growing up. This is a movie about you. Yeah. Opening scene is coming in through East Harlem. Mm-hmm. It's coming into your household. When that door opens, what are we seeing? What are we hearing? What are we smelling?
You smelling peas and rice, curry. You smelling gumbo. My mom's making all type of gumbo. You smelling bacalao, all type of different, just mad mixture Caribbean and Spanish foods. That was the smell in my crib growing up. Music, my pops always was playing like heavy Motown, you know what I mean? So like Marvin Gaye, Temptations, Delphonics, Four Tops, like all that old school, like that's what I can remember hearing. My mom was a big Prince fan, like Michael Jackson. My mom's loved Frankie Beverly and Maze, Earth, Wind and Fire. So it was like a mixture of them sounds. I got a little brother, so it's me and my little brother. I got an older sister too, but we got different moms. So my older sister, her mother was living in DC area. But yeah, me and my little brother fighting forever. We was fighting, always fighting. My pops was strict. He wanted all A's and B's in his crib. So you know what I'm saying, like C's it'd be a problem if you was getting C's and D's and all that. We had I had chores all my life. I always had to like Saturday mornings before I could just go to the block or just go to the corner to go play ball or whatever. Like we had to clean up. You know what I'm saying? And it was weird because all my friends in Harlem, like, and even in Queens, like, a lot of them didn't have their pops, or they pops and their moms wasn't together, or you know what I'm saying, they be living with their grandmother, or their aunt, their uncle. So it was weird for me because I wanted to go run wild with the hood, you know what I'm saying? But I had my moms and my pops in the crib. And my pops was a street dude, so he was on to everything before I would even try to get away with it. He already was on to it. My mom's mom is Creole and Dominican, you know what I'm saying? So I'm one of them dudes that just, all of that always interests me, you know what I'm saying? Like I tatted the Barbados flag on me. My dad's side is Bajan. I tatted the Dominican flag on me. My mother's side is Dominican and Creole. So that always interests me because I wasn't around to see it or meet them, or you know what I'm saying? So these is all from stories I heard and going through old photo albums and seeing my grandmother and her brothers and sisters and their parents, like, you know what I mean? So I see, like, I see it in my daughter, you know what I mean? I can see it all the way full circle in my daughter. But my household was real, it was spicy in there, a lot of arguments, you know what I'm saying? A lot of beef, a lot of tension in the house, you know what I'm saying? Because we was in the hood, you know what I'm saying? We in the ghetto, but my dad ain't want none of that hood shit from us, you know what I'm saying? So he was big on school, big on me playing ball, big on positive shit, you know what I mean? And I took that road for a while until I got on my own, and then I decided to go the street route. But
what about Harlem? How did Harlem influence you in terms of like music and? Harlem
was such a it was like a movie, you know what I mean? Like as a kid coming outside and seeing the dudes that was like getting to it, you know what I mean? And growing up and realizing they wasn't doing nothing legal, you know what I mean? I didn't know that as a kid. I'm like, damn, look at his car. He got Gucci hat, Gucci jacket, his sneakers is Gucci. You know what I mean? Like, they just was flying. Everybody was talking money. Money was the talk, you know what I mean? Just as a kid, you know what I mean? I can remember seeing them dudes that would come to the block and give us bread, you know what I mean? Like just pull out a knot of money, give us bread just to go to, even if it's $20, you give 30 kids on the block $20 a piece, you know what I'm saying, to go run to the store. And I had uncles that did that, and my pops was in the streets, and I grew up so much in that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why I talk about it so easy now, because I seen the good and the bad in Harlem, you know what I mean? I seen what them drugs do. I seen what that jail do. I seen what them guns do. I seen what beef do. I seen all the negativity of just what being in a poverty-stricken type area would it bring.
For sure.
But I seen the good as well. Like Harlem today has changed a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was fortunate enough to have friends throughout my whole life that's still around, you know what I'm saying, and still supporting what I'm doing. So yeah, I would say Harlem shaped everything about me.
Do you remember your first hip hop memory? How did like hip hop become a passion for you?
Probably my cousin Chester, Mom Barber, son, rest in peace, Mom Barber. It's my first cousin, my dad's sister's son. We all lived in Harlem together in 1199, and then my Aunt Barbara moved to Ravenswood Projects in Queens. And probably him. He like my older brother I never had. Today is his birthday, matter of fact. I just posted him on Instagram. But yeah, he like the older bro I never had. So he was always playing all of that older music. Well, it was older than me, but it was his era. So like when it was written, Illmatic, when all that came out, that was he Nas' age, you know what I'm saying? Right. So he was amongst all of that lingo and how they was dressing and all of the, you know what I'm saying? So I was getting hip to that so early, you know what I mean? Me and him lived together. Our rooms was right next to each other, you know what I'm saying? So I'm through the wall hearing Rakim, I'm hearing Big Daddy Kane, and he played everybody. Like he listened to Madonna, everything. So like my whole ear for music was just different, you know what I'm saying? He playing all Pac shit, all Biggie shit, all J shit, all Nas shit. Like he playing everybody music, and every day I'm hearing it. I'm waking up in the morning, hearing it. Going out to school, coming back in, hearing it. You know what I mean? Going to sleep, hearing. He blasting. He always had an L speaker system in the crib. We be in the projects. He had an L speaker system. You know what I'm saying? But he was the first person where I was like, yo, what's that? Who that? You know what I mean?
Was talking to him kind of like where you developed the passion for storytelling, or when did that kind of come into your life?
That really came from like real moments in my life happening and me wanting to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? And then I just figured out, well, I could do this shit through music, you know what I mean? But
how old were you?
I wrote my first raps like 12, 13, but I ain't getting to no story shit until maybe the last 5 years. You know what I mean? That's when I really said, I'm gonna get personal. You know what I mean? Before that, I just wanted to write bars and, you know, my car faster than a cheetah, and I just wanted to say clever little punchlines and shit. But now I realized, like Jail kind of did it, but I just realized like the more personal I got, or the more I'm talking about my actual day-to-day, what was going on, the world relate to it. Like people can relate to, you know what I mean? You having a child and you and the mother don't get along. Like, a million people relate to that. Mm-hmm. A million people can relate to having a basketball dream or a football dream or a dream of a sport and it don't work. And then you gotta try to do something else, you know what I mean? Like, I just made, I got to a point where I was like, yo, I'm gonna make it to where people gonna feel it, you know what I mean?
For sure. Great stories last forever. You brought up Jail in that. Take me into that time in your life. You were hooping, you were in college, mm-hmm. And then you got caught up. What was that first night like? Like what was going through your mind?
Honestly, the first night I was like, just like more on like, just trying to figure out where I was at, who in here, you know what I mean? Like I was in Baltimore. So like, if I'd got locked up in New York, it'd have been different. You know what I mean? Like I might have knew somebody in there for sure. Like, all right, I'd have ran, even on the intake, I'd have, you know what I mean? I'd have seen somebody I knew. So out there, I ain't know nobody. So my whole thing was like, man, you know what I mean? Anybody try me, I gotta rock out a certain way. But it was like night and day. I'm on a campus, you know what I'm saying? It's beautiful, it's class, it's the cafe, is the gym is lit. It's campus life. It's beautiful. Girls everywhere. Now I'm in prison with a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, degenerates, like, you know what I mean? So, not all degenerates. Like I learned that in jail, you meet a lot of dudes that's good dudes in there. You know what I'm saying? That's just they got caught up, or you know what I mean. But everybody ain't no rapist or no killer. You know what I mean? Like it's actual real good dudes, good fathers, good people in jail. But it just kind of set me back, you know what I mean? Like I was like, all right, I thought I was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? With the boy, I thought you couldn't tell me nothing. Right. I thought I was gonna go all the way, like it ain't work. So I had to really like think about it, like, damn, B, what I'm gonna do? I still wanted all of the same things that I was dreaming about with ball. I wanted to move my moms, I wanted to get a certain car, I wanted to live a certain way, get out the hood, like. So I always had a passion for music. I just always loved it. I always could recite everybody bars, you know what I mean? Like I listened to it one time, I know it word for word. You know what I mean? So my favorite rapper, Styles P, you know what I mean? Styles and Biggie. You know what I mean? It was I think that's where really my love for storytelling came from them. You know what I mean? Just listening to them day after day after day after day, like no matter what I was doing, like even when I got back to New York and just was deciding I'm gonna rap, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's all I was listening to. I didn't even have my own music of myself to be listening to, you know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to figure out a way to be different. So many people rap in New York, man. Like just in my one building, there's 10 rappers.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And they all got their own crew with their own t-shirts and their own producers. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody is, you see it now. People can see it like, oh, niggas getting rich off rap. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody do it. So I had to figure out what I'm gonna do to stand out amongst all these people that's rapping in New York. All these dudes that been rapping while I was playing ball,
right.
It was dudes that was rapping, laying their own groundwork down to have a name. I didn't have none of that shit. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, me and him put my name together. Like I didn't even have a name, you know what I mean? I was going by Rebel. He was like, yo, you gotta be you, David something, you know what I'm saying? Like from the East Coast, east side of Harlem, like it just had a little ring to it, Dave East. We ran with it, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to turn it into a household name, you know what I mean? And it's getting there, but this shit been a journey, B. Word.
Sounds like it. We were talking about that before you got here. I was like, this shit didn't happen overnight.
It's been a journey, bro. But a lot of people see it now and it look like, oh, who was that? It just popped up. But I dropped my first mixtape 2010 with Will, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's been 7 years to this point.